All right, so today we're going deep on DIY solar.
Okay.
Specifically EG4's FlexBOSS21 inverter
Right.
and the GridBOSS energy management system.
Yeah.
And
Pretty shitty stuff.
yeah, I mean, this is like the brains and the brawn behind a really tricked out solar setup.
For sure.
So we're going through their marketing materials,
Mm-hmm.
technical specs, seeing what these things can really do
Yeah.
and, if they might be right for you.
It's a pretty impressive package, when you consider all the versatility they're offering with this system.
Yeah, let's start with the FlexBOSS21.
Okay.
They call it a hybrid inverter.
Right.
What makes it hybrid exactly?
So, most inverters are either designed for grid-tied systems,
Okay.
where you're connected to the power company,
Right.
or for off-grid living, where you're completely independent.
Mm-hmm.
The FlexBOSS21 can do both.
Oh, wow.
Plus, it can handle selling excess energy back to the grid
Okay.
if your area allows that.
So it's kind of like future-proofing your setup. In a way, no matter what your energy goals are, this thing can adapt.
Exactly. And it's not just adaptable.
Right.
It's powerful. We're talking 21 kilowatts of usable solar power.
Whoa.
That's enough to run most household appliances simultaneously.
Okay.
Even energy-hungry ones,
Like
AC units and electric ovens.
okay, so that's a lot of power.
It is.
But what happens if the grid goes down? Can it still keep things running?
That's where things get really interesting.
Okay.
The FlexBOSS 21 has a surge capacity of 13.5 kVA,
Mm-hmm.
which means it can kickstart a 5-ton AC unit on battery power alone.
Hold on.
Yeah.
So even if the whole neighborhood is dark, I could theoretically be sitting comfortably in my air-conditioned home.
That's the idea. This level of resilience is becoming increasingly important as we rely more and more on electricity.
Right.
And as extreme weather events become more common.
It's like having an energy insurance policy.
Yeah.
Especially if you live in an area prone to blackouts.
And that's not even mentioning the potential cost savings. If you're generating and storing your own power, you're less reliant on the grid.
Right.
Which can translate to lower energy bills,
Yeah.
particularly with things like time-of-use programs.
Okay, so the FlexBOSS21 sounds pretty amazing on its own.
Yeah.
But now let's talk about its partner in crime,
Okay.
the GridBOSS.
Hmm.
It's being marketed as a central command center for your electrical system.
That's a pretty accurate description.
Okay.
The GridBOSS manages the grid connection.
Hmm.
In the inverters, you have generators
Okay.
and even smart appliances,
Wow.
making sure everything works together smoothly.
So if the FlexBOSS is the brawn, the GridBOSS is the brains of the operation.
You could say that. And it has these 4 smart ports
Okay.
that allow you to fine-tune how power is used.
Right?
So, for example, during an outage, you could prioritize essential circuits, like refrigerators and lights, while temporarily powering down less critical loads.
That's clever. But wouldn't I need a really expensive main panel upgrade to handle all that?
That's where the GridBOSS really shines.
Okay.
It eliminates the need for costly main panel upgrades or separate subpanels for critical loads.
Wow.
All the management and control is handled within the GridBOSS itself,
Okay.
potentially saving you thousands of dollars.
That's a big deal, especially for folks on a budget who are trying to make the switch to solar.
Absolutely.
So we've got this powerful inverter and this intelligent energy manager. What happens when you combine them?
Right.
What kind of benefits are we talking about with the FlexBOSS21 and the GridBOSS working together?
Well, first and foremost, you get true whole home backup.
Okay.
This isn't just keeping a few essential lights on.
Right.
This combo can keep your entire home running during a power outage,
Mm-hmm.
including things like AC appliances
Okay.
and even entertainment systems.
That's a level of peace of mind you just don't get with most backup systems.
Exactly. And it's not just about outages.
Okay.
This duo can help you save money by optimizing your energy usage, especially if you're participating in programs like net energy metering or time of use.
Okay, so they work great together, but are they right for everyone?
Right.
I mean, EG4 already has the 18 kPV inverter. Why would someone choose the FlexBOSS21 over that?
It comes down to your individual needs and goals.
Okay.
The FlexBOSS21 is the bigger, more powerful brother of the 18 kPV.
Okay.
It's designed for people who need that extra muscle,
Right.
whether it's to power a larger home,
Mm-hmm.
run energy-intensive appliances,
Right.
or simply have the capacity to expand their solar setup in the future.
So let's look at the spec sheet here.
Okay.
We're seeing more solar capacity, higher output power,
Mm-hmm.
and something called beefier MPPT ratings.
Yeah.
What do those MPPT ratings actually mean for someone using this inverter?
MPPT stands for maximum power point tracking.
Okay.
It's basically how the inverter squeezes every last drop of power out of your solar panels.
Right.
The FlexBOSS21 has a more advanced MPPT system with higher current ratings,
Okay.
which means it can extract more energy, especially in situations where your panels might be facing different directions
Right.
or experiencing partial shading.
So even if my roof isn't a perfectly ideal solar setup, the FlexBOSS 21 can still help me maximize my energy production.
That's the goal, and that increased efficiency
Right.
is what really makes the FlexBOSS21 stand out from its predecessor.
All right, we've covered a lot of ground with the FlexBOSS 21, but I'm curious about something with the GridBOSS.
Okay.
You mentioned they can act as a service entrance.
Right.
That sounds like it's taking on a lot of responsibility.
It is. The GridBOSS is designed to be a robust and comprehensive solution.
Okay.
It has a 200A rating and a 22K AIC interrupting capacity, which means it can handle serious power loads and protect your system from electrical faults.
Okay.
It can also manage 200A backup loads and 200A non-backup loads,
Okay.
making it a truly versatile hub for your entire electrical system.
So it's not just about managing solar, it's about becoming the central brain for all the electricity in my house.
Oh, exactly. And it does that with an emphasis on safety and robust performance.
Now, the GridBOSS is obviously designed to work with EG4's hybrid inverters like the FlexBOSS 21.
Right.
But what does that compatibility actually mean for someone setting up their system?
Yeah.
What are the real-world benefits?
Think of it as building a team of energy superheroes.
Okay.
The GridBOSS and FlexBOSS21, along with other compatible inverters, work together seamlessly.
Okay.
Need to add more solar panels later?
Yeah.
No problem.
Okay.
Want to integrate a generator for extra backup? You got it.
Right.
This compatibility ensures that your system can grow and evolve with your needs.
Okay.
And it eliminates the headaches of trying to make incompatible components work together.
It sounds like a system that can grow with you as you learn more about your energy needs and as new technologies emerge.
That's the beauty of it. It's a modular approach to energy management.
Okay.
And that's something we'll explore further when we get into real-world application scenarios.
Okay.
In the next part of our deep dive.
Okay, I'm already starting to see the potential here, and I can't wait to hear more.
I think you'll be impressed with just how versatile and powerful this combination can be.
Welcome back to our deep dive into the FlexBOSS 21 and GridBOSS.
Yeah, we've seen how these two work individually.
Right.
But now let's get into the nitty-gritty of how they function as a team.
Okay. I'm looking at these application scenarios that EG4 lays out.
Right.
And it's clear they've thought about a lot of different situations.
Yeah.
From, basic setups to more complex ones.
They really try to cater to a wide range of needs and budgets. Even a single FlexBOSS21, paired with the GridBOSS,
Okay.
can handle a substantial portion of a typical home's energy requirements.
So walk me through that. If someone is starting with a single FlexBOSS 21
Okay.
and GridBOSS, what does that setup look like?
Well, you've got your solar panels feeding into the FlexBOSS21, which in turn charges your batteries
Right.
and manages the flow of energy to your home.
Okay.
The GridBOSS acts as the central hub, making sure everything plays nicely with the grid, the inverter, and all your appliances.
And those 4 smart ports on the GridBOSS,
Right.
those come into play here, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Those ports allow you to prioritize which circuits get power during an outage.
Okay.
So let's say the grid goes down. You can make sure your refrigerator are essential lights.
Right.
And maybe even a few outlets stay powered up,
Oh, okay.
while non-essentials are temporarily shut off.
Okay, so that's for a more modest setup.
Right.
But what if you have a larger home or just use a lot of energy? Can this system scale up?
It definitely can.
Yeah.
The GridBOSS is designed to handle multiple inverters working in parallel.
All right.
So as your energy needs grow, you can add another FlexBOSS21
Right.
or even a different compatible inverter,
Okay.
and the GridBOSS will orchestrate everything,
Oh, okay.
making sure the power is distributed efficiently.
So it's a bit like having a team of energy workhorses all pulling together.
That's a great analogy. And the GridBOSS acts as the foreman, making sure everyone's working in sync and no one's slacking off.
And what about folks who already have solar?
Yeah.
I know a lot of people are interested in adding battery backup or upgrading their existing system. Can the GridBOSS play nicely with older setups?
That's one of the areas where this system really shines.
Okay.
The GridBOSS is all about AC coupling,
Okay.
which basically means it can integrate existing solar systems, even those with older string inverters.
So instead of ripping out your old setup and starting from scratch,
Right.
you can build upon what you already have.
Exactly. It's a much more cost-effective way to upgrade your solar game.
Right.
And the GridBOSS handles all the communication between the old and new components,
Okay.
ensuring everything works together smoothly.
I've also heard that the GridBOSS can even incorporate a generator into the mix.
Right.
Why would someone want to do that if they already have solar and batteries?
It's all about redundancy and peace of mind.
Okay.
Even with a robust solar and battery system.
Right.
You might have situations where a generator provides that extra layer of security.
Okay.
Let's say you have an extended power outage, maybe a major storm or something.
Mm.
A generator can kick in and keep things running,
Right.
even if your batteries are depleted.
It's like an insurance policy for those worst-case scenarios.
Yeah. So you're essentially saying that the GridBOSS can handle all these different sources of energy.
Right.
And orchestrate them to work together efficiently.
That's the core of its functionality. It's like having a conductor leading an orchestra,
Right.
making sure all the instruments are playing in harmony.
EG4 makes some pretty bold claims about the potential cost savings with the GridBOSS.
Yeah.
They say it can potentially save you thousands of dollars compared to a more traditional setup.
Right. How is that possible?
One of the biggest cost savers is eliminating the need for a main panel upgrade.
Okay.
Traditionally, if your solar system generates more power than your existing panel can handle,
Right.
you'd need to upgrade it, which can be a major expense.
Yeah.
The GridBOSS acts as a central hub managing the power flow
Okay.
and eliminating that need in most cases.
That's a huge relief for anyone who's ever gotten a quote for a main panel upgrade.
Yeah.
Those things can be ridiculously expensive.
Absolutely. And the GridBOSS also eliminates the need for critical loads, subpanels,
Okay.
which are often required in traditional setups
Right.
to provide backup power to specific circuits.
Mm-hmm.
The GridBOSS handles all of that internally,
Okay.
streamlining the system and saving you even more money.
It's all starting to make sense now, but
Okay.
I'm still a little fuzzy on how the GridBOSS optimizes things,
Okay.
like time of use programs and net energy metering.
Right.
Can you walk me through that?
Sure. Let's start with time of use.
Okay.
A lot of utility companies now have programs where the cost of electricity varies.
Right.
Depending on the time of day,
Mm-hmm.
it's usually cheaper at night and more expensive during peak hours.
So how does the GridBOSS factor into that?
The GridBOSS is smart enough to schedule energy usage based on those varying rates.
Right.
It can charge your batteries when electricity is cheap,
Okay.
then use that stored energy to power your home
Right.
during those peak hours when rates are higher.
That's incredibly clever. It's like having a personal energy assistant constantly working behind the scenes
Yeah.
to save you money.
Exactly. And when it comes to energy metering,
Okay.
where you can sell excess solar energy back to the grid,
Hmm.
the GridBOSS shines again.
Okay.
It can manage the flow of energy between your solar panel, your
Yeah.
home,
Right.
and the grid,
Okay.
ensuring you're maximizing your credits and getting the most value out of your solar investment.
It sounds like the GridBOSS takes all the guesswork and complexity out of managing a solar system.
That's the goal.
Mm-hmm.
And by pairing it with a powerful and versatile inverter like the FlexBOSS,
Mm-hmm.
you're creating a truly intelligent and adaptable energy system.
So we've seen how the GridBOSS plays nicely with the FlexBOSS21 and
yeah.
other compatible inverters. But what makes the FlexBOSS21 stand out as the ideal partner for the GridBOSS?
Well, the FlexBOSS21's high power output,
Okay.
robust surge capacity,
Mm-hmm.
and advanced MPPT capabilities
Right.
really complement the GridBOSS's energy management smarts.
Okay.
It can handle the demands of a modern home,
Mm-hmm.
seamlessly switch between grid and battery power,
Okay.
and efficiently convert solar energy into usable electricity.
It's like the workhorse that keeps the whole operation running smoothly.
And it does so with a level of resilience and efficiency that really sets it apart.
Okay, so we've talked a lot about the technical aspects
Right.
and the various ways you can configure the system.
Mm-hmm.
But let's zoom out for a minute and talk about the bigger picture.
Okay.
What are some of the trends and challenges that are driving people towards these kinds of home energy solutions?
We're seeing a growing awareness of the need for energy independence and resilience. Extreme weather events, rising energy costs,
Right.
and concerns about grid reliability
Mm.
are all pushing homeowners to seek alternatives.
Okay.
It's no longer just about saving a few bucks on your electric bill.
Right.
It's about having control over your energy future.
It's about peace of mind knowing that you're not completely at the mercy of the grid or the power company.
Exactly. And systems like the FlexBOSS21 and GridBOSS
Yeah.
empower people to take charge of their energy, reduce their reliance on fossil fuels,
Right.
and create a more sustainable future for themselves and their communities.
It's about becoming an active participant in the energy landscape rather than a passive consumer.
That's a great way to put it. And that shift in mindset is driving innovation and adoption across the entire home energy sector.
And what about the environmental impact? It
Yeah.
seems like systems like this have the potential to make a real difference
Right.
when it comes to reducing our carbon footprint.
Absolutely. By harnessing the power of the sun,
Mm.
solar energy systems reduce our dependence on fossil fuels,
Okay.
which are a major contributor to climate change.
Right.
And the FlexBOSS21 and
Yep.
GridBOSS, with their ability to optimize energy usage
Right.
and maximize the self-consumption of solar power,
Okay.
really amplify those environmental benefits.
So it's not just about generating clean energy, it's about using it wisely.
That's a key point. And that holistic approach is crucial for achieving true sustainability.
Now, I'm curious about the potential impact of these technologies on the grid itself.
Okay.
As more and more homeowners adopt solar and battery systems,
Yeah.
what kind of changes might we see in the way we generate and distribute electricity?
That's a fascinating question. As more homes become energy producers, we could see a shift toward a more decentralized grid.
Okay.
Instead of power flowing primarily from centralized power plants to consumers,
Right.
we could start to see power flowing in multiple directions,
Okay.
creating a more dynamic and resilient network.
It's like turning the traditional grid into a two-way street.
That's a great analogy, and that kind of transformation could have profound implications for grid stability, reliability, and even affordability in the long run.
Looking ahead, what are some of the emerging trends and technologies that you think will shape the future of home energy management?
Well, we're seeing rapid advancements in battery technology.
Okay.
Batteries are becoming more efficient, longer lasting, and more affordable.
Right.
That's making home energy storage a more viable option for more people.
It's like having a personal power plant right there in your garage or basement.
And artificial intelligence and machine learning are playing an increasingly important role. In energy management, we can expect to see even smarter systems
Okay.
that can anticipate our needs, optimize performance, and automate energy decisions,
Right.
making everything more seamless and efficient.
It's like having an energy butler constantly working behind the scenes
Yeah.
to keep things running smoothly.
That's a fun way to think about it. And as the Internet of Things continues to expand, we'll see even greater integration between our energy systems and our homes, creating a truly intelligent and connected energy ecosystem.
It's a pretty exciting time to be exploring the world of home energy.
It is.
There's so much potential for innovation and positive change.
I agree. And the FlexBOSS21 and GridBOSS are at the forefront of that revolution, empowering homeowners to create a more sustainable, resilient, and intelligent energy future.
We've covered a lot of ground today, but before we wrap up this part of our deep dive,
Okay.
I want to bring it back to you, the listener.
Yeah.
What are your takeaways from this conversation so far?
Right. What aspects of the FlexBOSS21 and GridBOSS resonate most with you?
We'd love to hear your thoughts and questions. Remember, knowledge is power,
It is.
especially when it comes to something as complex as home energy.
Right.
The more you understand about the technology and its potential, the better equipped you'll be to make informed decisions about your own energy journey.
And as you continue to explore this world, keep in mind that the future of energy is not a predetermined destination.
Right.
It's a journey we create together.
Okay, so as we wrap up our deep dive, let's take a moment to recap the key takeaways.
Okay.
We've learned that the EG4 FlexBOSS21 and GridBOSS combo
Right.
is a powerful and versatile solution for DIY solar enthusiasts.
It offers a unique combination of flexibility, scalability, and advanced energy management capabilities,
Right.
making it suitable for a wide range of needs and applications.
It has the potential to save you money by eliminating the need for expensive main panel upgrades
Right.
and separate critical loads subpanels.
And it enables true whole home backup, ensuring that you can maintain comfort and essential functionality
Right.
even during extended power outages.
It's a system that's designed to grow with you as your energy needs evolve. And it can even integrate with existing solar setups, making it a viable option for people who are looking to upgrade their systems.
But as we've emphasized throughout this deep dive, it's important to approach DIY solar with a healthy dose of caution.
Right.
And respect for the power of electricity. Do your research, consult with qualified professionals, and make sure you're following all safety guidelines.
This deep dive has been a fascinating exploration of the FlexBOSS21 and GridBOSS,
Yeah.
but it's really just the beginning of your journey.
There's a wealth of information out there, and it's up to you to keep learning
Right.
and exploring the ever-evolving world of solar energy.
And as you do keep these final thoughts in mind,
Okay.
DIY solar is about empowerment, taking control of your energy future, and reducing your reliance on the grid.
It's about resilience, creating a home that can weather any storm
Right.
and provide a sense of security and comfort.
It's about sustainability, reducing your environmental impact,
Yeah.
and contributing to a cleaner, greener future for everyone.
And most importantly, it's about community.
Okay.
Joining a growing movement of individuals who are choosing to power their lives differently
Right.
and create a more sustainable world.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the EG4 FlexBOSS21 and GridBOSS.
Yeah, thanks for listening.
We hope you found it informative and inspiring.
Until next time, keep learning, keep questioning,
Right.
and keep pushing the boundaries of what's possible in the world of solar energy.